Thank you and welcome to the 132nd commencement exercises of the Marcellus Central School District. My name is Brian Seavey and I'm the honored principal here at Marcellus Senior High School. Joining me on stage today are the distinguished members of the Marcellus Central School District's Board of Education, members of our administration team, and our honorary graduation marshals. Seated to your left is our Board of Education. Allow me to introduce to you Amy Bartolotta, Catherine Branson-Dennis, Joshua Matusik, and Erica Pekwadek. Also on our Marcellus School Board of Education are Christine Shea, Sean Eady, and Justin Pritchard. Seated next to me to your right, we have Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Jean Charlo, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Bob Montgomery, Interim Junior High School Principal, Mr. Mike McCullough, and Intermediate School Principal, Ms. Kathy Mahoney. And while they are not seated here on stage today as they're managing much of our behind-the-scenes logistics, the remaining members of our administration team, as well as school counselors, would never miss the opportunity to be here to support our graduates today. Behind the scenes, we have Director of Special Education and Grants, Mrs. Kara Lux, Director of Health and Athletics, Mr. Michael Free, and school counselors, Ms. Heather Arcese, Mrs. Katie Battaglia, Mr. Eric Urcio, and Ms. Maura McEnany. Our graduates today are also joined by our honorary graduation marshals. Seated on the left side of our graduates are Mr. Tyler Cooper, Mr. Terry Hoy, and Mr. Jabe Kyle. Behind me on the right side of our graduates are Mrs. Rochelle Skatine, Mr. Mark Sunheimer, and Mr. Andrew Wiley. Before we begin today, I would be remiss if I didn't publicly shout out the amazing talents of our very own Gavin Mumford. Gavin, stand up for a second. They don't even know why they're clapping yet. In an effort to give back to the school, Gavin designed and built this beautiful podium that is being unveiled for you today. This thing will be the centerpiece of events to come in this auditorium for many years to come. Thank you, Gavin. And how about a quick round of applause for the future grad of 2027, Enzo Samil, for tickling the keys and playing a little music as you were entering this morning. At this time, I ask those who are able to rise for the playing of our nation's anthem. This recording is from members of the Marcellus Senior High School Select Choir. Thank you. At this time, I would like to call up Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Jean Charlo.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, as Brian said, I'm Jean Charlo, the proud superintendent of Marcellus Schools. I will tell you that I have been to many graduations, high school graduations in the central New York area, and there is not one that is more incredible than this one, with the commencement parade and how we do it right here in our home on stage. So just... So as Brian said, welcome to the 132nd commencement of Marcellus High School. This graduation event is beautiful and amazing. To the parents, guardians, and family members here today, on behalf of the Marcellus Central School District, thank you for all that you have done through the years to support these graduates before us today. The values you instilled, along with your unconditional love, unwavering support, and partnership with us, has led your graduate to this momentous milestone. Teachers and staff members in attendance this morning, thank you for all that you have done to support the members of the class of 2025 on this journey to today. Your commitment and dedication each and every day is noticed and appreciated beyond measure. To the Marcellus High School class of 2025, congratulations, you are here and you made it. I won't speak for long, I promise, but I do have a few things that I want you to carry with you as you leave today and launch into the next chapter of your journey. I've thought long and hard about what advice I could give to all of you today that, one, you would remember, but two, that you also would want to use. And so before I embark on these words of wisdom, I will say that I wish someone had given me some of these pointers, because some of these lessons I learned the hard way. So here it is. Are you ready? You listening? Admit your mistakes and readily apologize. When you make a mistake, remind yourself that you are human and it's okay. Be one who can express a heartfelt apology when you mess up, because you will. And although some may see apology as weakness, I believe it shows strength and character. Number two, ask for help. We all get lost sometimes or struggle and feel challenged. Asking for help not only gives you a lifeline, but it builds connection, strength, and trust. Asking someone for help shows that your trust in someone else, and it builds the connection with that person. Number three, take your work, your job seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. Our work, our devotion to our calling is so important, but don't lose sight of yourself in that pursuit. Laugh, have fun, and learn to find the humor in the little peculiarities of life. And number four, this is the last one, surround yourself with positive-minded people and be a problem solver, not a problem maker. I promise if you follow that rule, you will be mentally strong and healthy. I want to end my welcome this morning with one of my favorite passages from Ralph Waldo Emerson's writings. It is titled, "What is Success?" To laugh often and love much, to win the respect of intelligent persons and the affection of children, to earn the approbation of honest citizens and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to give of oneself, to leave the world a little bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exaltation. To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Charlo. While we gather here to celebrate the graduation of our seniors, let us not forget the journey through the years that brought us to this moment. And I think that senior Dahlia Schultz said it best, and I quote, "Whether or not you're a senior living out your last days in high school or starting a new chapter as a freshman, we are Mustangs. Whether it's remembering an old friend or trying to learn new names, we are Mustangs. Everyone has a different story, and no one truly understands what others are going through, but we all have one thing in common. We are Mustangs." At this time, the class of 2025 would like to share some photos of their journeys through the year. This video was prepared by seniors Drew Johnson and Allie Coombs.
Do an assignment.
Yes. All you gotta do.
And you're going to tell me when?
You got it right now.
It is my sincere honor to introduce to you the senior class presidential addresses. The class of 2025 was led this year by co-presidents Connor Ciota and Shaylin Kelly. First up, Connor Ciota.
Today, you will hear a lot about the past and a lot about the future. But I'm here to talk to you about the present. The present is often overlooked. In this very moment, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Right now, you're sitting with your classmates who watched you grow. Well, maybe not like physically grow, but you know what I mean. They watched you succeed. And equally important, they watched you fail. Whether you like it or not, the people sitting around you will forever be a large part of your life. Right now, you're wearing your green cap and gown, which probably feels a little weird. Feels weird for me because this keeps hitting the mic. But it shows something. It shows that you did it. Not past you, not future you, but you right now did it. So be proud of that. Right now, our GPAs don't matter. Our college plans don't matter. We're just people sharing this same moment. Right now, some parents are crying, some little siblings want to leave, and someone's hoping they don't trip when they walk across the stage. Right now, you matter. Whether you are loud or quiet, popular or invisible, you helped shape one another. Right now, I want to say thank you to all of you for making school a little bit brighter. Right now, I'm standing in front of you like I have it all figured out. Well, I don't. Not even close. I'm just a classmate who went through the same stress, the same memories, the same 13 years. Those of you that know me well know that I'm one of the worst procrastinators you'll ever meet. Even for something like this speech, I waited until the last second. I don't say that to discredit myself, but to give one reason why I'm so far from perfect, just like all of us. But hey, somehow, we all made it here, to this moment. It's easy to miss the present with the excitement of the future and the nostalgia of our past. But graduation is one of those core memories we will have our entire lives. We may not have everything in common, but this is one of those days that we get to share. Right now, you're different than you were freshman year, and you're different from who you will become. But right now, you're enough. And right now, you are in the right place. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Our next presidential address will be given by Shaylin Kelly.
Sorry, long walk. Good morning, and thank you to all the students, faculty, family, and friends here and elsewhere whose dedication and hard work are the reason we're all on this stage today. I want to dedicate a moment to all of the moments that have brought us up to this point in our school careers. At the end of an 18-ish year walk to this stage, I think it's fair to say that we know a fair bit about waiting. You had to wait out middle school to get to high school. You had to wait out high school to get to higher education or an introduction to the workforce, which you'll have to wait out to get to an adult life, and so on. This time of year and day in particular, even with all of its reflections, really gets our eyes set way out on the horizon. Once you get to Target and buy a shoe rack that hangs on the back of a dorm door, it's easy to view these next few months as preparation for the next set of few years. But as a dear friend once told me, if you spend each part of your life like a dress rehearsal for the next, when will the show ever start? Thinking of each stage of your life only as a stepping stone to the next, or as a timer to wait out, can distract you from the best parts of your life. While moments like these in caps and gowns and chords are wonderful celebrations, it's important to remember that they're only celebrations of the in-between, the living in these stages of your life that makes it truly special. If we think to the beginning of this past stage in our lives 4 years ago, at our 8th grade moving up ceremony, 2 classmates and I, shout out Azo and Toby, gave our reflections on our middle school careers, and somehow we all decided that the cardinal sin of our school careers was being cringe, and that we would do everything in our power to eradicate this disease of cringe from high school. And I think we may have all let you just a little bit astray there. If you take a moment to reflect on the most fun, rewarding moments of your high school career, I'd be willing to bet they sometimes involve moments where you're maybe a little too loud, a little bit messy, a little bit embarrassing, or a little bit off-putting. Sorry. It's so much better for you as a person and a lot more fun instead of picking moments apart to rid yourself of anything uncool. If you embrace them for what they are, it's better to seek happiness than perfection. What feels weird to say is today, at the turn of a tassel, our high school experience is over. Everyone always talks about theirs, and now the one that we get for our lifetime is finished. This was a very terrifying thought to grasp for a while, since as someone who suffers from chronic FOMO, I think I felt pressure to make sure that I had a quote-unquote complete experience, and the thought of a closing window stressed me out since time is inevitable. We're only going forward from here. Thankfully, this window that is closing is just that, a window, not a wall. As they say, hindsight is 20/20, so you should use this opportunity to evaluate and learn from your experiences from a higher vantage point. These experiences that we've gained are what help us move forward, and we can always look back on them, but in the most exciting and nerve-wracking way possible, we have to keep moving forward from them. There can't be missing parts of your high school experience that you should feel the lack of. It's everything you did added together that makes you, you. There's only adding when it comes to experience, never subtraction. After all, we're not starting over, we're moving on. So, to the class of 2025, as we move on to these new chapters in our lives, I challenge you to use every moment you have for all of its value, and to use the friendships, memories, and skills that you've earned during your time as a Mustang to help you create the futures that you want to see. Thank you, and let's go, class of 2025.
Thank you, Shaylin. Before I read the next citation, I ask that all members in the audience who have served our country in military service please stand and remain standing. Marcellus Senior High School students have a proud history of military service to their country. From the battlefields of the Civil War, to the sands of Normandy, to the deserts of the Middle East, Mustangs have fought valiantly and brought great honor to our community, their families, and our country. I'm proud to announce that the class of 2025 graduate, Vanden Ferrara, has chosen to serve our country and will be entering the United States Army this summer and trained as an Army medic and entered jump school. Van, please stand and be recognized. Thank you all for your service, truly. You may be seated. Each year, our honors graduates select one of their peers to speak on behalf of the entire graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you this year's honor speaker, Mr. Mason Falge.
I want to start this off by saying that these chords may suggest that I'm credible, but I have to say that I've lied to everyone. about not being the speaker, and I apologize about that, but I made a promise to Mr. Stevie that I would keep it secret, so. All right, so then I gotta get into it. So, hello everyone, and thank you for being here in support of the class of 2025. When I think about the past 13 years of my education, a lot of words come to mind. Perseverance, discovery, repetition, and structure are a few of them, but there are some words that are a whole lot more meaningful. I will focus on 4 different words today, with each one representing a specific time period. For elementary school, I choose the word fingerprint. No matter what anyone says, the little kid who entered kindergarten all of those years ago still exists in every single one of us, no matter how old we are. This is similar to how we leave our fingerprints on whatever we touch, and in this way, we leave our symbolic fingerprints on whatever we are involved with going forward. I also compare this time period to a fingerprint because this is when we were most curious and active within our own little worlds. We were always getting our hands dirty with whatever seemed interesting that day, no matter what it was. Getting into trouble was often associated with our restlessness, but the lessons we learned from the adults, who are often mad at us, are still visible in our personalities now. My second word for middle school is expansion. I'm sure that we can all acknowledge the fact that as kids, we used to think that the world is very small. For me at least, I thought that only the people I saw at home and school actually existed, while I was completely unaware of the existence of everyone else I did not interact with. Maybe it was because my brain was not developed enough to understand the scale of the community, or that I was too busy being focused on the people that were relevant to my life. But I like to think that it was because everyone was the same. We were all living and learning together with little to no outside influence. Middle school is really different though, because it was a completely foreign environment with older kids, but it also seemed like each individual was becoming their own person. A great example of this was when the high schoolers moved down to the middle school with us because of the high school renovations. My classmates and I were in 5th grade when this first happened, and it was really strange. This was only our second year of being outside of elementary school, and we were in the same school as these young adults that we have never seen before. The more that I saw them, though, the more that I was reminded that the world was bigger than my own experiences. In other words, it felt like I was losing my childlike nativity and instead becoming more enlightened on what the real world is actually like. Not only that, it didn't feel at all like elementary school anymore. No longer did it seem like the entire school had a shared experience, but that each grade level had its own identity. It felt very different and strange at times. Why did this happen? All I could really conclude was that everyone around me, myself included, was growing up and our view of our world had expanded beyond our comfort zones. The third word I chose for high school is crescendo. This is a musical term that refers to sound that is gradually growing in intensity until the final climax. And that is exactly what high school has been for me and the class of 2025. From the first day of freshman year to the final day of senior year, the excitement was constantly growing until today's commencement ceremony. We were also becoming more mature along the way, hopefully. This doesn't mean that we made better choices necessarily, or that we are well prepared to become adults, but that we started accepting ourselves. Our core values were solidifying day by day, and we were becoming more and more confident in the person we see in the mirror every day. As we are preparing for the finale after the crescendo, we are also becoming worthy to face the real world. And then finally, for the future after high school, I chose the word mindset. The happiest people that I know are the ones that actively practice the act of gratitude. This means that when they look back on each day, they work hard to accept the negatives, but focus harder on the positives. Even Deion Sanders, the iconic former NFL player, expressed his optimist mindset during a podcast with Lil Wayne. I don't have bad days. I may have a bad moment, maybe even a bad hour, but never a bad day, because I set my own thermostat. And I think that's really powerful, because if you compare it to a real life situation where like you're in Florida, it's really hot, right? Say it's like 100 degrees and you're like dying, you need to get inside for the air conditioning. If you're inside a hotel room and you want to be cold, you turn the thermostat down. If you're in an environment with really toxic people that are negatively impacting your life, you turn the temperature down. You take control of your life. You make sure what happens is what you see, and what you see is what happens. My classmates and I will go on to live many years, and what will truly determine the fulfillment in those years is not our experiences, not our predetermined circumstances, not the amount of money in our pockets, but the choices we make and how we think back on them. We are each our own person, and a good life is a direct result of our ability to be confident in our unique mindsets. It doesn't matter if your mindset is different from a stranger's, and it doesn't even matter if your mindset is different from your friends, as long as you thoroughly trust yourself to abide by your values and not be bent by the opinions of others. Your legacy, wherever you go, will always be the best it can be. Finally, everyone here in the class of 2025 would not be here today without the incredible love and support of so many special people in our lives. Our teachers, coaches, guidance counselors, friends, aunts and uncles, guardians, grandparents, and of course, our parents. Thank you all so very much. We appreciate all your hard work and endless sacrifices. Sorry about that. My bad. Sounded like the end there, Bob. Keep going. Just a little bit more. To my mom, who I always leaned on for support when I felt overwhelmed, scared, or unsure, I finally achieved what I thought was impossible many years ago. Thank you, Mom. I love you very much.
Thank you, Mason. Our next esteemed guest was selected by the senior class to deliver the commencement address. For his final obligation to the Marcellus Central School District, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Terry Hoy.
Thank you. It is a great day for a graduation. I'm Terry Hoy, Marcellus class of '88 and 30-year member of the Social Studies Department. Seniors, thank you for asking me to speak and the opportunity to offer you some advice, some more advice. But first, let me address the audience. It's time for a little audience participation. And yes, I would be the first person rolling my eyes at that. I'm breaking two rules. Mrs. Hoy says, don't talk about yourself. And my rule is no audience participation, ever. But I think it's okay just this once. Over 30 years, you teach a lot of students, literally thousands. So this might work. It's an experiment. It might be an epic fail, but we'll see. There should be at least a few of my former students in the house and not the students on the stage. I can't see who is at the board, but if I could have a little house light, that'd be great. Is anyone at the board? That's perfect. Thank you. If you were ever my student, even if you're not 100% sure because it's been a long time, if you're like vague memory of maybe, if you were ever my student, would you please stand so I can see you? That was pretty cool because I really wasn't sure that was going to work at all. Thank you for being my students. This advice is for you too. But before I get to the graduates, a few words for the audience. Years ago, and this part is going to sound very much like AI, I promise I did not use AI for this. Years ago, I saw a documentary. The details are lost to me, but I wrote a few words on a sticky note and put it in my desk drawer a long time ago. It was about a young woman in a rural African village far from a city. She was high school age, your age. She had a medical condition that could be solved with a simple outpatient surgery here in the United States. She was incontinent. She could not control her urine. She was shunned and mocked by her community, but not her family, but always embarrassed and always ashamed. The solution was to travel a long distance to a city far away by herself for medical care. Her mother's advice to her as she left their village in hopes of a better future was focus your heart. Focus your heart. That's what I wrote on that sticky note. Sometimes our children have to do things that are hard, and we have to let them go. We have to send them on their way. I think that mom meant, you can do this, even if it's hard. I am always with you. Even if I'm not physically at your side. I think that's an important message from us to our children graduating today. Focus your heart. Now, seniors, it is my honor to address the class of 2025. 1 second. Okay, sorry. It is my honor to address the class of 2025. We have some connections. We are fellow Marcellians, we're fellow Mustangs. I've taught some of your parents and most of your older siblings. If you live in the town of Marcellus, I represent you in town government. Let's point out some of those connections. As I do, seniors, please stand. Let's start with the obvious. 2 members of the class of 25 know me as Dad. Aiden is home relaxing and having fun right now, probably watching Mickey Mouse. We had a great little ceremony for him earlier, thanks to Mrs. Snyder. But the other one is here. Please stand. All right. You don't have to. Oh. If you clap for everyone, this will go on forever. Let it go. All right. I've known another member of the class of 2025 since he was born, and he's the only one on the stage who calls me Uncle Terry. Liam, where are you? Stand up. When you were in 10th grade, I had the pleasure of traveling with the Spanish Club to Costa Rica, a place very close to my heart. If you went to Costa Rica, besides Nolan, please stand. Pura vida, mai. All right. I also chaperoned music trips to Washington, D.C. and Boston for this class. If you were in Mr. Hoy's group, the coolest group, on either of those trips, please stand. There you go. All right. Thank you. The last 4 all-school shows were Wizard of Oz, Damn Yankees, Peter Pan, and All Shook Up. If you have ever been a member of my stage crew for the all-school show, please stand. There you go. Nice. If you were my student last year in U.S. history, please stand. U.S. Nice. If you were in my one economics class this year, please stand, my economists. Stay standing if you're don't sit back down. All right. And last but obviously not least, please stand if you're one of my political scientists from this year, if you were in my government class this year. Nice. All right. Not everybody, but that's not too bad. We've got some connections, so that means I am qualified to give you some advice. Please sit. All right. Last section. And for this advice, I'm going to reach back in time, back to the first ever Marcellus Senior Walk, my oldest son's graduating class. For those of you who, in the auditorium, don't know about the Senior Walk, seniors in caps and gowns take a celebratory walk through the KCH and DMS, where they are very enthusiastically greeted by students, staff, and administrators in each building. That year, students passed cards to seniors with words of congratulations and advice. Interestingly, some of this advice could have been written by the class of 2025. So what advice did you give your future self all those years ago? Who better to give advice than little kids? I pulled out a dozen of them. This first one's very fancy because it has a sample diploma on it. Graduate, congrats. You have inspired the life of so many people. So thanks. Congratulations. Have a great time in college. Good luck. This one has words cut into it. Do your best. The future is yours. Right. Congratulations for getting through high school. We believe in you. This is for you. That's what that one says. Congratulations. You have gotten through all of school. Good luck in the world. It's a little one. Happy graduation. You made it this far. Keep going. All right, this one has one word. It says congratulations on the front with fireworks on the front. And you open it up, and it's a cake. Fireworks and cake. Dear blank, I hope you get $1 million. Dear graduate, I hope you have a great life and a great job in the future, and also get a warm, cozy house again in the future. Good luck, best wishes to you and all your friends from kindergarten to 12th grade. Now it's time to go to whatever life offers. Congratulations and good luck. May God be with you. He's the only one to help. Ask him for help when in doubt. 2 more. And so the adventure begins. This is, I forget what those are called when you take the word seniors and you do a word for each letter. What are those called? You know what I'm talking about? All right. Seniors, it says down the side of the page. So much homework. Every class has homework with a frowny face next to it. Need a break. I have so much homework. Oh my, homework everywhere. Next is R. Are you serious with this homework? So you have got through all the homework. Lucky. Last one. It's just hearts. It says, we will miss you. And inside, all hearts. Nice. Advice, maybe from yourself, a long time ago. And now, my personal advice to the class of 2025, which I have condensed to a simple list of 11 words. It is brief, so I will read it twice. Listening carefully, Mr. Hoy's advice to the class of 2025. I'm going to read the fast version. The second time I read it, it'll be a repeat after me, and then we're done. All right. Laugh, play, read, think, work, learn, travel, love, give, create, vote. Of course. Ready? This is a repetition. Don't let me down here. Okay. Laugh. Play. Read. Think. Work. Learn. Travel. Love. Give. Create. Vote. Nice. Class of 2025. Thank you for playing along. Class of 2025, I am proud of you all. I leave you with the same words of praise I would write in red ink on a paper, definitely with an exclamation point and maybe even a smiley face. Good job, well done.
Thank you, Mr. Hoy. Now's the time you've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. Our graduates today have officially satisfied all requirements set forth by the New York State Education Department. Awarding of a high school diploma is a universal symbol of the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Or, to cite senior quote by our very own Caitlin Salmon, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams," from Eleanor Roosevelt. And with that, it is now time to turn our seniors into alumni. I would like to invite Superintendent Charlo to join me center stage to award the diplomas. Reading the names of our graduates will be Senior Class Co-Advisor and Graduation Marshal, Rochelle Scatine. And while it is customary during formal ceremonies to hold your applause until the end, this is neither the time nor place for any of that. So please cheer loudly, get excited when and celebrate your graduate when their name is called.
Jacob Alexander Abbott. Corinne Ann Aldrich. Owen Joseph Alexander. Callahan John Amadon. Emma Gian Angati. Benjamin Dean Arpesian. Cameron Elizabeth Babcock. Jaden Marie Baker. Amanda M. Barbero. Matthew Joseph Barbero. Emmett James Barnes. Sophia Ann Bianchi. Emily Elizabeth Bishop. Carter James Boycourt. Isabella Sky Bolster. Isabel Grace Brown. Tyler Philip Brown. Ella Louise Butler. Jerry Josephine Byrne. Maxwell J. Camp. Mia Elizabeth Carroll. Ella Michelle Cataldi. Maxwell Donald John Chapman. Emma J. Cheney. Connor Alexander Ciota. Antonio J. Claudio. Allison Marie Coombs. James Fitzpatrick Cox. Jonathan Michael Cross. Joseph William Deemer III. Catherine J. Devereaux. Alice Marie Lubner Dietz. Mitchell Thomas Donegan. Elijah James Eaton. Liam Markham Eldridge. Mason James Felge. Vanden Ferrara. Abigail Mary Finn. Nicholas George Fix. Evan G. Fulligar. Devin Scott Gates. William G. Gomez. Robert John Hakes. Josiah Anthony Hemphill. Aiden Joseph Hoy. Nolan Thomas Hoy. Ethan James Hubbard. Kaylee Margaret Hyatt. Garrett Robert Isgar. Dylan James Jankowski. Drew Heather Johnson. Shaylin Sybil Kelly. Cameron Faith King. Caleb S. Kirk. Kyler J. Collum. Alan Korzinski. Chloe Marissa Cuttriff. Colden John Kwasnowski. Miranda Lynn Levine. Damon Paul LeClaire. Sydney Eleanor Lagnetto. Jocelyn Jean Lobdell. Jansen Lee Long. Violet Rose Lotes. Elizabeth Marie Lauer. William Frank Lauer. Christopher Raymond Lovelace. Jack David Lucio. Liam Patrick Lundrigan. Elizabeth Paige Mellon. Caleb Aiden Meyer. Jacob Ethan Meyer. Erica Lynn Miller. Nathan E. Millett. Soleil Diosa Missiano. Gavin Timothy Mumford. Tobias Alexander Nyland. Wesley James O'Neill. Charles Robert Orr, Jr. Griffin P. Palin. Caleb Andrew Posesnik. Giovanni Peter Anthony Procopio. Jacob Ritter. Brady M. Roberts. Blake Alex Robinson. Reagan C. Robinson. Tatum Jamila Rogers. Elizabeth Marie Rossiter. Ari James Rujoy. Olivia Lynn Rudy. Caitlin Irene Salmon. Lauren Catherine Saxton. Benjamin D. Schaub. Dahlia Teresa Schultz. Evan C. Scrano. Azo Gorgon Shaw. Michael Thomas Shoemaker. Nathaniel C. Shoemaker. Anna Genevieve Smorl. Alexander Matthew Sperling. Ryan James Stevens. Cameron Teddy Stoikovsky. Paul D. Swenson. Xander James Shala. Matthew Carl Thorpe. Brandon Lee Tompkins. Connor William Traver. Sophia Eileen Tefanction. Olivia Catherine Van Ryn. Grace Elizabeth Vitale. Craig Joseph Widener.
Ryan Cooper Welch. Shane Edward Witten. Connor Werbinski. Addie Amelia Wiley. Dakota Ernest Wilson. Harley J. Wright.
Let's give it up one more time for the class of 2025. Before we conclude today's commencement with the final tradition of the turning of the tassel, I would like to offer my sincere congratulations and heartfelt appreciation for each and everyone here today. From the graduates, to the families and friends in the audience, to the Board of Education, my fellow administrators, and all the amazing faculty staff here at Marcellus, I love and appreciate you all. Upon conclusion of the ceremony today, I ask that the audience stay put as our graduates will recess out of the auditorium led by our graduation marshals. Once our graduates have exited the auditorium, you can meet them in the gym for a little reception as the weather prohibited us from getting outside this afternoon. All right, class of 2025, please stand. With diploma in hand, I offer you congratulations. Let's try again. Diplomas in hand. Remember, we practiced this yesterday. With diploma in hand, I offer you congratulations. At this time, you may turn your tassel from right to left. Roll stands.